We have Test cricket, One Day cricket, T20 cricket, T10 cricket, 100 ball cricket. One thing that is common in all of these formats is that two teams compete against each other. What if I tell you that there is a format in cricket in which three teams compete against each other in a single match? You might be astonished by hearing this, right? You will be further taken by surprise if you hear the rules of this crazy format. So, without any further delay, let's get into this video. Cricket South Africa, in order to raise funds for COVID-19 relief services, introduced this three-team Solidarity Cup, which was played on 18th of July, commemorating Nelson Mandela's birthday. CSA came up with this interesting and unique format to return to cricket with a bang after a long break. It also gave few weird rules and made it very subtle. Before going into this in detail, let's have a brief info. Each team has 8 players and each team bats or bowls 12 overs, with total length of the format being 36 overs. The match will be played in 2 halves, each having 18 overs. You might be wondering, in a format like this where 3 teams participate, how will toss be conducted? In this situation, a method called as toss of sorts is used, where the captains of 3 teams choose a number from the lot and the number decides their role in the first half of the game. To make this easy for you, let's name the teams as A, B and C. Each team will have to follow a circle of bat, bowl and dugout. The role which they have to perform first is decided by the toss. Token 1 indicates that you bat first, with token 2 you bowl first, and you sit in the dugout first for token 3. For example, if A gets token 1 followed by B and C getting token 2 and 3 respectively, A will bat first against B while C waits in the dugout. But as I previously told you, each team has to follow this cycle. If a team starts in dugout, then its next 2 successive roles will be batting and bowling. Teams bat for one innings of 12 overs split between 2 6-over periods. They face one opponent in the first half and the other opponent in the second half. By the end of this match, whichever team scores the highest number of runs gets gold, followed by silver and bronze. According to the toss, A gets the chance of batting first, followed by C and B. As C are batting second from this cycle, they need to sit in the dugout for the first 6 overs, which means B needs to bowl their first 6 overs to A, followed by A bowling to C, and at the end C bowls to B, completing the first half. Same thing happens in the second half with a small change in the batting order. In the second half, teams bat in the order of highest scores in the first half. If scores are tied, then the first half order is reversed. Assume that by the end of the first half, the scores of each team are as follows. So in the second half, C bats first, followed by B and A, which means according to this cycle, A bowls to C while B waits in the dugout. This is succeeded by B batting against C, and at the end, B bowls to A. Let's assume by the end of first 6 overs in the second half, the total score of Team C is 160 for 4. This means Team B, which will be batting next, need to score 103 runs in their next 6 overs to take their total past C and later defend this by bowling to A. But assume B failed to achieve this and ended up scoring 138 for 3 in their 12 overs. Now for gold, Team A needs to score 105 runs in their allotted 6 overs or at least score 83 runs to end up with silver, whereas Team B tries to defend its silver by not allowing A to go past 83 in their next 6 overs. Now it makes some sense, right? And it even seems interesting. Assume B succeeds in defending its silver and restricted A to a total of 113 for 5 and a bronze. Here are some other new rules introduced. In normal matches, if the 10th wicket falls, then the innings comes to a conclusion and the batsman who is not out at one end won't get to face the remaining deliveries left in the innings. But in 3TC, after the fall of 7th wicket, the last man stands alone. However, he can score only in even numbers. If the 7th wicket falls in the first half, the team forfeits the remaining part of the half and the last batsman resumes the innings in the second half. Each bowling team is given one new ball for the 12 overs, which is used for both opponents. A maximum of 3 overs per bowler is allowed. An uncompleted over due to the fall of 7th wicket is deemed to be completed with dot balls. If 2 teams tie with most runs, super overs decide gold. If all 3 teams tie, all get gold. and in a tie for second, silver is shared. Standard limited overs rules apply for wides, bouncers and a free hit after a no ball, otherwise the laws of cricket apply. A match can be shortened by weather to 18, 24 or 30 overs in terms of formula laid down by 3TC. Hope you understood about this clearly, and I feel that CSA has done a pretty good job in bringing an exciting as well as a fair format. Hope we see more of this in near future. In addition to this 36 over format, CSA also has designed a 90 over format with similar rules. If you want us to make a video on rules of 90 over format, please let us know in the comment section.